Sony just can't seem to catch a break when it comes to the pesky problems plaguing the PlayStation 5 Slim. And to all prospective players who'd hope to unplug from the increasingly connected world for a peaceful offline gaming sesh, well, we've got some bad news for you.
Well, that sucks and I hate it.
Sony startled PlayStation fans earlier this month with the sudden announcement of new PS5 Slim models. The refreshed versions of the smash hit console will allow players to once again choose between a digital or disc-based console, with the added bonus of the disc drive being both optional and detachable. Players who buy the digital edition console can even opt to buy the disc drive separately at some point down the line. While the range of choices certainly seems appealing, a new bit of news has some players questioning just how convenient the detachable disc drive will be. Ahead of the console's November launch, a number of PS5 Slim bundles have seemingly made their way to store shelves a bit early. Some gaming sleuths on Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, have even managed to snap some photos of these bundles, one of which pairs the system with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It's certainly exciting for fans to get their first look at PlayStation's branding and packaging for the new console. Not to mention what might be the final COD PS5 bundle of this kind, thanks to Microsoft's purchase of Activision. However, others are noticing an odd disclaimer on the back of the box: internet connection required to pair disc drive and PS5 console upon setup. That's right. It seems as though players will need to make sure they're around Wi-Fi or have a wired internet connection before they try to boot up the new PlayStation 5 model. It's unlikely that the PS5 Slim is an online-only console, requiring a connection to the internet at all times. But this little wrinkle to the setup process has caused quite a stir among fans. At this time, it is not entirely clear why Sony requires an internet connection to connect the PS5 Slim and its disc drive. But a common theory among fans is that this is an anti-piracy measure of some kind. In theory, without some form of online verification during setup, hackers might be able to connect an unauthorized disc drive for emulation purposes.
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
These protections are not anything new, of course. Back in 2020, Wired ran a test to see if a busted PS5 console could be fixed at home by simply swapping in a new disc drive. After removing the drives from two brand new PS5s and attempting to trade them out, Wired found that the drives wouldn't pair correctly with any console other than the one they originally came with. In other words, Sony has built these consoles so that only one specific disc drive will work with one specific PS5. Again, this prevents PS5 users from modding the console to do things it wasn't originally intended to do. But it also means that anyone who needs to repair their PS5 drive will need to go through Sony first. DIY disc drive replacements appear to be completely out of the question, and Sony apparently intends to keep it that way. There are clearly a number of questions still unanswered concerning this new console. What is for sure at this point is that these internet requirements have already proven to be unpopular with a number of fans. Some have pointed out that the online connection during setup feels like a weird requirement, particularly when not all of Sony's games need to be connected to the internet to play. Others, like Digital Foundry's John Linneman, are worried about the long-term efficacy of this system. Over on X, Linneman notes that even if this is a one-time connection for the console's initial setup, quote, "Imagine years later if you need to swap a drive and servers are long gone. For game preservationists, online requirements like this can seem like a preemptive brutality."
This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.
It should be noted that the online requirement doesn't seem to be the biggest issue on everyone's mind. Because some things never change, some fans are still annoyed by the system's overall design. Upon seeing the photographs of the PS5 Slim Call of Duty bundle, more than a few commenters noted that the console can be seen standing vertically on the box, even though Sony has already announced that the vertical stand for the PS5 Slim will be sold separately. The PS5 Slim is expected to release in November, by which time Sony may have shed more light on the disc drive's internet requirements.